Morning everybody, and today we talk about the obvious, the elephant in the room. The differences, if there are, between the Kheshig I already had, this one, you saw the review, and the new Kheshig. This is the Imperial version, but it's only color and stickers. But this bow shoots very differently from this one, so that's why I want to see what is different. And I will just first check the overall. I mean, Sang Li said that he made some small changes. Let's see if we find some. Look at this. Here the shape, I would say, totally the same. Nothing different. When you see the handle reinforcements, kind of the same. Of course, it always varies with the poundage you have. So there's nothing. This width here is the same. Handle is the same. The limb width is the same. Here where it goes into the ears starts at the same time. Fades out in the same way. Interesting. So I guess the only difference could be, should be, will be then in the sears. Not even there is a lot to see. But we check now what we will find. We simply measure them. Huh? Of course, the one is 46 pound and this is a 52 pound at full draw, so there might be slightly difference due to the poundage. But let's see what we have. We have here where this part starts 14 and a half. So this one is here a little thicker. Let's check here, and I think here is the difference. Huh? Again, here at this part, 10.7, and at this part, 13. So we have wider ears. The tips are then the same, I guess. Let's see, at the knock groove we have here 12, and we have here 11. So we have overall a little wider ears, and maybe a little, so the ears overall got a little reinforced and a little bigger, so we don't have the twisting and whatever. But then the tip by itself is a little narrower than here. So here we have this. In the old one you see here this round shape of the reinforcement, this bulbous, which we don't have here. Here it's more straight and streamlined. And this is so far, even with the layers, there's, I think, nothing different. It's the same layers, they come up here. So the syntactic form, whatever, is the same width. So we have only, and it's quite obvious when you look at this, that this one is here a little beefier than this one. And in this direction you see that it's a little beefier than this one. And that's the only difference. One could think now that makes the bow slower, but it doesn't. And for the rest I don't see any. Fade out looks the same, handle looks the same. So not much difference. So the only difference I can see is there. And of course this is not where the poundage is, so you get more poundage out of here. But it's only 5 pounds or something, so it's not a big difference. No, nothing else. So that's the only thing, at least the only thing I could find. The problem with Alibow is they don't even tell you that they update something. So Now a good question is, how do you define if you have the old version or the new version? I guess the best thing to determine is this part here. When your tip has this bulbous, you know, this goes here wide. It's here narrow, goes here wide, and goes here narrow. See that? That's the pre-version, or the second version, let's say. And when it goes more streamlined, so there is not so much this bulb, then it's a new version. So with this, I think you could see, because if you have the old one not as a comparison, it's quite hard to see for the rest which bow is which. Well, that's the only visible difference for me. And of course that the ears are a little more massive. And that's all. And now I shoot them again, that you hear the difference. Or let's see first if we find now in the strung version a difference. In front you have the version 2, and in the back you have the version 3. Ah, now you see, look at this. See that? That the version 2 Kheshig, the front one, the old one so to say, is a little softer here. And the Imperial one is a little... Let's see if I can show you now. Yeah. So, see here the curve, the limb goes... Oops. Yeah. How do I show it to you now the best? Like this. So. So here the curves. A slight difference here, yes. So you see in the strung, they are a little... hold them like this, and you see it again. Look. Comparing two bows, they don't want to be compared. So yeah, see that the shape of the new version is here slightly different. See? And here. So it has a little more aggressive curves. And that's why it's more silent. It's interesting. So and this is then all the difference I could find. The rest brace side has more brace head than to it because of this aggressive design. Right? Let's check. Let's check the brace side. Yep. As due to this design, I don't know, 15 millimeters, quarter of an inch, half an inch, more brace side. That's all, but of course you can twist the string of this one and get the same brace side out of it. Should be not a big deal. Thinking of it, doing it. But the string is already quite twisted, so we don't want to overdo it. So let's hold them by the string and let's compare them again. So now we are a little closer, still a little less brace head, but then the shape all of a sudden a little bit, I would say still, the Imperial a little bit more aggressive here, but that's all. Interesting. Old Kheshig. I shoot 2 long arrows, but they're at least heavy enough for the Kheshig. And this one is a 52 pound, so we need times 12. Not so bad. And by the way, I shoot, of course, my new thumb ring from bamboo archery again, which works quite well. So, you heard that, you saw that. So, now the new one. Draws different, nicer. and it's more silent. Interesting. 25 meters. The old one. Oh! Too low. Yeah, get there. New one. Throws the arrow quite differently. I mean, it's the old one, not a bad bow, but this one. It gives you more feedback even. So with this one, I don't know. Better. Let's see what the bow is doing. So you hear that? There is. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not a lot, but you feel it for 6-7 seconds, and you feel it in the handle, like ding. You feel there. You feel. You hear the difference. And there is. Nothing. I don't feel. But it's so minimal, and even in the handle, it's way more smooth. You hear this one compared to the old one. Might be now because I had to twist the string to get the same brace height, and the other string is still straight, but here, and this one, softer, smoother overall. Even if the limbs are maybe a little more aggressive, the shooting is not so aggressive, but more controllable. With this one, as you saw, I shoot like crap. I mean, no, I shoot like crap, but this one tells you more what's going on. I always told you that with a Kheshig you need a time until you become friends. With this one, instantly. So, new Kheshig, friends directly. BBF, be best friend. BBF, best bow forever. Okay, it's fine. Fine. Good one. Nonetheless, a nice bow. New one. Different. Both are awesome, but this one simply directly is communicating with me, you know, and tells me, look, you stronzo, you do something wrong. And then you do a little, wow. Conclusion. Both are incredible bows, but these minor changes on the Kheshig, for me at least, make a big difference. So if you have the old one, don't worry, it's an awesome bow, an outstanding bow. As you know, I'm a Kheshig fan, but these small differences made the bow more silent, nicer to draw. It throws the arrow differently, nicer, smoother. You don't have this harsh. There's some pretension. I can't tell you. It's different. So, and I said, I told you how you can see if it's the new version or the old version. You have either this bulb or it's more straight here on the tip. For the rest, when you don't have one here to compare, you don't see that this is a bit more massive than on the old one. And with the sticker, it looks even more obvious, but you see that the ears are a little thicker Even this is less pound. And in this direction even a bit more massive. So you have bigger ears, but even better to shoot bow. So these are the differences I could figure, the speed tests and everything I did, so I save you time. If you already have one, be happy, shoot it. If you don't have one, you really consider getting one. You really, this is, wow, it's just, wow. This bow, I really love. I like this one a lot. This one I love. So if I have to choose, no question. And I said in the last video, I guess there's still voucher code Armin 10, so if you want one as your first order with Alibow, you get 10% off if you put the voucher code Armin 10 in. Thank you, Alibow, for doing that. So all my viewers, they come through me, get 10% off, and it's $350, $80, so it's still, you know, $38, $40 you save. You can get a few arrows with it. Directly get some matching arrows and heavy arrows, 12 grams per pound, and you're good to go. They are a little heavier, but it's fine. This is just... So, again, thank you very much, Sang Lee from Alibow, for sending this bow to me. Of course, I paid it because I ordered it for someone. And thank you all for watching. Catch you in the next one.